Yet another BC Conservative MLA quit the party today as part of a growing chorus of critics urging leader John Rustad to resign. Let's head down to the BC legislature and check in with Rob Shaw. Rob, tell us more about what's going on here today.
Well, Stacey, this is the fifth MLA from the Conservatives to quit or be fired in the last 7 months. This time, Penticton's Amelia Boltby, a rookie MLA and lawyer who says Rustad needs to resign before he hands the next election to the BC NDP. She says he's preventing MLAs from voting on his leadership and running a party that is unraveling. Here she is today.
I am leaving because John Rustad's failed leadership needs to end. I believe he has massive credibility problems and he is resorting to intimidation in order to prevent us from organizing against him. Good leaders don't do that. If John has nothing to hide, he should have let us vote instead of canceling caucus meetings, keeping it off the agenda, and intimidating us with threats of not signing our nomination papers.
Rustad refusing to step down, suggesting Boltby had mental health issues, an accusation that did not go over well within his own caucus. Courtenay MLA Brennan Day going online to say it was an inappropriate thing to say. Boltby also Rustad accusing her of leaking information, among other things. Here's Rustad's response.
With regards to Amelia's health, we obviously had concerns when she's in tears. Staff were telling me that she was very confused, and so I had some concerns. She's had some issues in the past, and I'm trying to do everything I could to support her in working through whatever those issues may be. But as to specifics, I'm not going to be talking about specifics.
Now the question will be whether Boltby joins independent MLA Eleanor Sturko, who was fired from the Conservatives last month, in forming what would be the legislature's fifth party. She says she's open to that, but really is waiting to see if Rustad resigns, at which point she'd be willing to rejoin the Conservatives. So we shall see, Stacey.
Indeed we shall. Rob, time flies when you're having fun, they say. It's hard to believe, but we are at the 1-year anniversary of the BC election. Give us a sense of how things have changed in that 12 months.
Yeah, what a difference a year makes. The NDP still only have that slim one-seat majority, but a totally new agenda from the governing party now on mining and LNG and resources and a large provincial deficit. Plus, we have a new two-person far-right party, the One BC party. We have those 3 independent MLAs. We have the same 2 BC Green MLAs, but with a new unelected leader, Emily Lowen. A very different landscape in some ways than what voters elected a year ago. Polls the past year have put the NDP still in the lead. Abacus data, the latest today, to put the NDP up 7 points over the Conservatives, but with a rising number of British Columbians, more than half in the Abacus poll, unhappy over the direction the government is taking, maybe looking for an alternative to the NDP and not finding it in the Conservatives. Here's Premier David Eby today.
And that's what we're going to stay focused on. That is our #1 priority. That's what today's announcement is about: creating more jobs, growing our economy, standing on our own 2 feet. We're working closely with the forest sector and the federal government to respond to the threats from Trump. The Conservatives have an entirely different focus, and I don't understand what it is. But their proposal yesterday that we shut down major projects across the province is just an example of how out of touch they are with where British Columbians are right now.
Some shifting positions here a year later. The BC Conservatives going from 44 MLAs down to 39. John Rustad riding high after almost winning the last election, now barely hanging on as leader. Stacey, Premier David Eby, who barely won the election with all the dissent in the opposition side, looking more and more secure in his hold for government.